Close your eyes for 5 seconds and picture the life you truly want. See it like a photo you can almost touch. The home, the peace, the number in the bank, the faces at your table. Hold that scene. Now hear me clearly. That picture is stronger than what you see around you right now. That is law. You do not draw what you beg for. You draw what you are willing to speak as already yours. If you keep saying, "I'm unlucky, I can't," it never works. Your mouth is sending orders your heart never agreed to. And there is always a price for that mismatch. Delay, fatigue, missed doors that were meant to open. We are going to stop that today. I will show you 3 exact words to speak. Simple, legal, effective. Use them correctly and you will notice a small shift within 7 days. Decide, align, become. I want you to imagine a quiet help desk in the unseen. Call it divine order, call it the universe, call it supply. It has been on hold for your voice since your first breath. It is not moody. It is not cruel. It is exact. It responds to the language of command spoken calmly in the present, under grace. It does not process sarcasm. It does not process maybe one day. It does not process panic. It hears your decree and moves in line with it. Your word is your wand. Most people were never taught this. We learned how to talk from fearful rooms, homes that worried about bills, schools that trained us to doubt, friends who use humor to hide pain. We picked up phrases that sounded normal. I'm broke. I'm tired. I never get a break. We thought those sentences were just air. We didn't know words write ledgers. We didn't know the law is literal. If you tell a food app no pizza, the only word it reads is pizza, and that is what arrives. In the same way, I don't want to be poor still highlights poor. The law reads the highlight. It delivers what you underline. This is not magic tricks. This is simple mechanics of the inner life. Your mind is a gate. Your tongue is the key. Your body is the bell that rings when the key turns. When your words are clear, your feeling steady, and your action clean, doors open without you pushing on them all day. When your words fight your fear and your fear wins, you write 2 orders at once. Double speak cancels delivery. So I will make this simple enough for a child to use. There are 3 lawful starter phrases that train your tongue to speak like a king, not a beggar. They are small, but they carry weight. Say them slowly. Say them in the present. Say them with a body that is not clenched, a breath that is not chasing. Here they are. I am, I have, I choose. I am is the law of identity. It tells the unseen who is speaking. If you follow it with struggle, you order struggle. If you follow it with strength, you order strength. I am is the red phone. Use it carefully. Use it kindly. Use it like someone who knows they are an heir. I am calm. I am provided for. I am guided clearly. Do not argue with your sentence while you are saying it. Speak once. Seal it. Walk on. I have is the law of recognition. It multiplies whatever you acknowledge. If you count your lack, lack grows. If you count your supply, supply grows. Begin small and honest. I have a bed. I have clean water. I have the next step. The law sees your inventory and adds to it. That is why murmuring shrinks days and gratitude stretches them. I choose is the law of direction. It returns the steering wheel to your hands. Life is not a hallway that drags you by the sleeve. You choose posture. You choose meaning. You choose tone. I choose to learn from this. I choose clean money stories. I choose calm solutions. You say it and your inner team, mind, mood, motion, lines up like a row of soldiers waiting for orders. Now listen, This is where people make the mistake that keeps them stuck. They try to speak these words with a face that says the opposite. They rush, they strain, they try to fake a smile. The law is not fooled by theater. It listens to tone. It reads breath. It watches the shoulders. Speak like a judge. Reading a verdict, you do not have to defend. Clear, slow, final, then be quiet. Silence is the seal. You may say, it can't be that simple. It is simple, not shallow. It is simple, not easy, but simple is a gift. Children can do it. You can do it. The moment you change the line, you speak your inner search engine. Yes, that humble gate in your brain begins to highlight the matching doors you kept missing. Not because they were not there, but because your words told your attention to ignore them. Look at the morning. What do you say before your feet touch the floor? Those first sentences are wet cement. They hold the shape you press into them. If you begin with complaint, you pour complaint into the mold. If you begin with command, you pour order into the mold. The law meets you where your first words land. So here is your first tiny act right now, while you are still listening. Sit up. Unclench your jaw. Let your shoulders drop. Breathe in slowly through the nose. Hold for a gentle count of 3. Breathe out like you are fogging a cool window. Now, in a normal voice, say, I am provided for. Again, slower. I am provided for. One more time, like the final stamp on a letter. I am provided for. Do not rush to feel fireworks. Let the quiet do its work. If that sentence feels too big, make it smaller and truer until it fits. I am guided for the next step. I am calm enough for today. I am learning a new way to speak. Your word is your wand. The wand is not a toy, it is a tool. Use it to point at what is good, what is ready, what is appointed under grace. In this house, we do not beg, we do not bargain. We do not repeat orders 100 times, like someone who doubts the kitchen heard them. We place a clean order. Once we align our feeling like hands that stop fidgeting, and we seal it with quiet. That is adult faith, not louder, cleaner. You may hear the old voice in your head protest, but the bills, but the news, but my history. I honor your history. I do not bow to it. History is a photo, not a prison. Law responds to the present decree. If you speak as the frightened child from last year, you will receive last year's rooms. If you speak as the appointed heir you are, the doors that belong to heirs respond. Let me give you a picture you will remember. A delivery driver stands at your gate every day. He has boxes with your name on them. Clarity, favor, peace, opportunities disguised as ordinary emails. He needs a signature. Your signature is your sentence. Sign sloppily with fear and he cannot leave the box. Sign cleanly with I am, I have, I choose, and the package is on your porch before the kettle boils. We keep it short here. Strong and short, espresso for the soul. 2 sips, command and calm. That is enough to start. If you came here for 2 hours of clouds, you will not find them. You will find sentences that hold. Say it with me once more, slowly, and then sit in the quiet for 10 seconds. I am provided for. I have what I need for today. I choose clean words that build the life I see. Decide, align, become speak once. Seal it. Walk on. It is done. You wonder why life keeps sending the same trouble to your door, even when you say you want better. Listen closely. Most people are fluent in the language of the unseen without knowing the rules. They speak in jokes, panic, and maybe someday, then feel betrayed when their days echo those very sounds. Law is not confused. Law is literal. It records what you say, not what you meant. If your mouth keeps signing for chaos, chaos arrives on schedule. Think about the phrases that slip out when you are tired or annoyed. I can't afford it. Nothing ever works for me. I'm just not lucky. They feel harmless, even funny in the moment. But words are not air. Words are orders. Your sentence is a ticket you hand to the conductor. Where you name the stop, that is where the train pulls in. Say broke enough times and your attention, your choices, and your body posture all line up with broke. Say unlucky until it sounds like your nickname, and your day will serve you a list of small proofs to match. Not because the world is cruel, but because your inner gate is obedient. Inside your head, there is a simple, faithful tool, the reticular activating system. You can think of it as your personal searchlight. It looks for what you tell it to find. Give it a label and it will start tagging your day with that label. Tell it, I always miss my chance, and it will show you every closed door while ignoring the open window. Tell it, I am guided, and it will light up the next clear step you use to walk past. This is not mystical fog. It is the normal way a human mind sorts billions of signals. Your words set the filter. Your filter sets the story you notice. The story you notice becomes the life you live. Here is where the backfire begins. Many people try to order their future by describing what they do not want. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to fail. But the inner searchlight does not hear the don't. It highlights the noun, poor, alone, fail. It is like typing not pizza into a delivery app and wondering why a pizza shows up. The underline is what arrives. If you must talk about money, talk about clean flow, not lack. If you must talk about love, talk about belonging, not emptiness. If you must talk about work, talk about learning, not fear. The law reads your highlight pen. Sarcasm is another leak. You say, great, just my luck, with a sigh and a roll of the eyes. The tone is tired, the body is slumped. The sentence becomes a stamp. The inner gate does not know you are joking. It only knows you repeated a tag. We have been trained to use humor to survive. I honor that. But do not let survival jokes become daily decrees. If you need to laugh, laugh. If you need to speak, speak clean. Panic is a louder leak. When you plead, you send two orders at once, the words of desire and the music of fear. The law always reads the music, a shaky voice, rushing breath, a clenched jaw. These are the instruments of doubt. That is why begging never feels good and rarely moves anything. Speak calmly as if the kitchen already heard your order. Speak once, seal it, walk on. Faith is not noise. Faith is final. Another backfire is delay disguised as wisdom. Maybe later, when I'm ready, someday. The unseen does not ship someday. It ships the present tense. If all your sentences live in tomorrow, you will live in a hallway called not yet. Bring your words into now. I learned today. I receive today. I choose one clean action today. Small present sentences are stronger than large future wishes. We also inherit rooms of worry. Families pass down phrases the way they pass down furniture. Money is hard. People can't be trusted. Life is one long fight. These lines become wallpaper. You stop seeing them, but wallpaper still sets the mood of a room. If you grew up inside those colors, do not be ashamed. Just do not let old paint decide your new season. Strip the wall. Speak new lines. Fresh words are fresh light. Then there is double speak, the quiet war inside a single day. You say in the morning, I am provided for, but by lunch you tell a friend, I'm dying out here. The first line plants. The second line digs it up. Seeds cannot sprout in a field you plow up every hour. Choose a sentence you can live with in traffic and at the kitchen sink. Hold it steady long enough for roots to take. Consistency beats intensity. Children understand this even better than adults. Keep the story the same and the picture grows. Notice the body while you speak. The law listens to shoulders and breath, not just syllables. If your shoulders are up by your ears, your sentence reads, danger. If your breath is racing, your sentence reads, hurry. This is why clear words spoken slowly can feel like medicine. The body hears itself and agrees. Agreement is the doorway. When word, breath, and posture match, the door does not creak. It opens. You may ask, but what about facts? The bill is due. The report is late. Facts are snapshots. Decrees are directions. You do not have to deny a snapshot to give a direction. You can look at a bill and say, I receive clean provision for this, instead of, this will bury me. You can look at a calendar and say, I have the next wise move, instead of, I never catch up. Speak like a pilot in weather, calm, precise, present. The sky listens to the way you say its name. Here is a simple test you can do in your head. Before you say a sentence, imagine it printed on a form and handed to a very fast clerk. Will you be willing to sign it and have it delivered back to you multiplied? If not, rewrite the line. Replace. I always mess this up with, I learn fast when I try. Replace, everyone forgets me with, I am placed where I belong. Replace, money runs from me with, money circulates to and through me under grace. This is not pretending. This is choosing the seed you plant. Be careful with the small throwaway lines. I'm dead. I'm sick of this. I hate Mondays. These sound like tiny stones, but tiny stones can jam a clean river. If you need to describe a feeling, do it without turning it into your name. I feel tired lands softer than I am tired. I feel afraid leaves you a door back to courage. Names stick. Feelings move. Remember, too, that other people's words can knock on your door, but only your voice can sign for the package. Someone can say, times are bad, and you can answer, provision finds me anyway. Someone can warn, don't get your hopes up, and you can answer, hope is how I steer. You are not required to repeat a fear to prove you are realistic. You are required to be clear to prove you are awake. Why do your words backfire? Because you learn to speak like a spectator, not an heir. Spectators comment. Heirs command. You were not born to narrate the weather. You were born to set your inner climate and act from that warmth. When the line in your mouth stops mocking the life in your heart, the backfire ends. Energy returns. Small doors open. Emails read differently. People answer on the first ring. You notice it because your searchlight is now pointed at goodness instead of traps. This is the clean truth, simple enough for a child. The tongue writes the ledger. If the ledger is full of less, the day withdraws less. If the ledger is full of enough, the day withdraws enough. Clean ledger, clean withdrawal. Decide to stop ordering chaos with casual sentences. Decide to stop calling yourself names you would never give to a friend. Decide to speak like someone whose order will be filled. Breathe once. Lower the shoulders. Let the jaw soften. Say in a steady, ordinary voice, I am calm enough to choose clean words. Say it again, slower. Now be quiet for a moment. Feel how the room changes when the music of your voice changes. That is not empty air. That is alignment beginning. Your word is your wand. Use it with care. Use it with honor. Speak once. Seal it. Walk on. It is done. Divine law is not guessing. It is listening. It listens to the line you speak, the music inside that line, and how often you play that music. Say the sentence. Carry the feeling. Return to it enough times for it to become the groove your day runs on. That is the whole mechanism, simple enough to trust and strong enough to change a life. Start with words. The law reads in present tense. It does not process maybe, one day, or after things calm down. It receives the form you give it now. When you say, I am guided, you hand it a shape. When you say, I have what I need for today, you hand it another shape. When you say, I choose a clean next step, you point the shape toward a door. The sentence is the mold. The day is the poured metal. If the mold is clear, the casting is clean. Then comes feeling. Feeling is not fireworks, and it is not acting. Feeling is the quiet agreement of the body with the words you spoke. Shoulders drop. Breath evens out. The voice stops rushing. You are not pretending. You are allowing your system to settle around a chosen line. The law hears that settling like a bell. It reads tone faster than it reads syllables. If you whisper, I am calm through clenched teeth, the music says danger. If you say it in a steady, ordinary voice, the music says safe. The body is your proof stamp. Repetition is what cuts the path. Think of a trail in grass. One step bends a blade. Many steps make a way. Your mind has a humble gatekeeper, the part that decides what to notice and what to ignore. Train it with the lines you repeat, and it will begin tagging your world with matching signs. Tell it you are always late, and it will light up every red light. Tell it you are guided, and it will make the helpful email glow a little brighter in your inbox. This is not superstition. It is attention taught to cooperate. You can picture the whole process as a delivery desk that never closes. A clear sentence is the order. The feeling is the signature. Repetition is what puts your address on file so the driver no longer gets lost. People run into trouble when one of these is missing. They speak perfect words with a shaky tone, or they feel strong for a moment but never return to the line, so no path gets cut. Or they repeat a sentence they do not respect, and the body refuses to sign. When all three align, you do less pushing. Doors swing from the hinge that has been waiting for you. Let it be simple. A child can do this. Place the sentence in the present. Let the body settle around it. Return to it, especially when the morning is soft and the night is quiet. Those two windows, the few minutes after waking and the few minutes before sleep, are like open gates. Your thinking mind has not crowded the hall yet. Your inner clerk can file what you say without arguing. If all you do is give the morning one clean line and give the night one clean line, you will feel the floor change under your feet. Do not force emotion. Real beats loud. If I am wealthy makes your chest tighten. Make the sentence smaller and truer until your body nods. I am learning a clean money story. I am provided for today. I am calm enough to choose well. As those lines grow roots, they can grow branches. The law multiplies what is honest. It ignores theater. Speak like a judge reading a verdict already reached. Language needs care the way a garden needs water. If you plant a seed and dig it up every hour to check on it, it will never take. The same is true with words. Give the sentence. Let the feeling hold it. Go live. The quiet is not emptiness. It is the seal. You are not being lazy when you stop pleading. You are being precise. Precision is what turns motion into movement. Notice how quickly the old tongue tries to interrupt. A bill appears and the mouth leaps to the old story. Pause there. You are not a puppet. Take one breath that reaches the belly. Lower the shoulders by a finger's width. Say the line again like you mean it. I am provided for. You are not erasing facts. You are directing them. A pilot does not argue with clouds. A pilot keeps the heading and flies the procedure. Do the same with your sentence. Some people think repetition means saying the line 100 times with a tight throat. That is not repetition. That is panic in costume. True repetition is spaced and sane. It is the same sentence, spoken a few times a day with the same tone, like the chime of a clock you trust. The clock did not beg you to believe it. It simply rings on time. Your words can be that steady. Your body learns to relax as soon as it hears them, and the mind follows the body's lead. There's a friendly rule you can keep in your pocket. Small, present, repeatable. Small enough that you can say it without a fight. Present enough that it lands in today. Repeatable enough that you can carry it through errands, emails, and dishes. I am guided for the next step. I have what I need to begin. I choose the calm option. These are light to carry and heavy in effect. You will see subtle signs first. The right article appears when you search. A friend mentions a lead without knowing you needed it. The bill you feared looks less sharp under good light. This is your inner gatekeeper changing the highlights in your day. Do not chase omens. Do not count feathers. Just keep the sentence, keep the tone, keep the window of practice at morning and night. The rest is timing. Timing is not a test, it is choreography. If you slip, you have not failed. You have learned where the floor still tilts. Smile at that, stand up, return to the line. Your life does not ask for flawless speech, it asks for consistent speech. Children learn a language by hearing it every day in real rooms while real things are happening. Let your rooms hear your new language. Let the sink, the steering wheel, the lamp by the bed hear it. Let your own ears hear your calm. Divine law listens like a scribe and moves like a current. Give it something worth writing. Give it a tone worth carrying. Give it enough repeats to become your path. Then let the day do some of the lifting for you. Speak once, seal it, walk on. It is done. Let me make this living for you. Her name is Sarah. Not a guru, not a millionaire. She works the front desk at a small clinic, 2 kids, a car that rattles when it idles. At the end of a long week, she looked at her online banking and felt that familiar drop in the stomach. A bill due Tuesday, a balance that made Tuesday look far away. Her old sentence rose up on cue. I'm drowning. She could feel it forming in her mouth. She caught it. She closed the laptop, put both feet on the floor, and tried the new way. Sarah sat up, softened her jaw, and breathed once the way we practiced. In a steady voice that did not pretend and did not shake, she said the line that fit, I am provided for. It felt too big, so she made it smaller and truer. I have what I need to take the next step. She said it again, slower, and let her shoulders drop a finger's width. Then she went quiet. No bargaining, no list of reasons. 30 seconds of clean silence. That was Friday night. Saturday morning, she kept the same rhythm, feet on the floor, one breath. I am guided. I have what I need for today. I choose a clean next step. No drama, no yelling at the sky. She made coffee. While it brewed, she opened her email. An unread message from 3 days ago sat near the top. The subject line looked boring, so she had skipped it all week. It was from her insurance company about a small overpayment from last year. The email asked her to confirm an address so they could send a refund card. Not a fortune, but enough to take the sharpness out of Tuesday. This is how the inner searchlight works. When you tell it, I am guided, it makes the right email glow a little brighter. That same afternoon, she sorted a closet. There was a small table she had meant to photograph for months. She wiped it down and took 2 pictures. No story about how no one ever buys my stuff. Just the line spoken once in a regular voice. I choose simple solutions. She posted the photos in a neighborhood group and forgot about them. 2 hours later, a neighbor messaged. They had been searching for that exact size. They could come by Sunday after church with cash and a truck. The old Sarah would have called this luck and moved on. The new Sarah noticed the sequence: word, feeling, repeat. A clean sentence creates a clean path for ordinary answers to reach you. Monday, at the clinic, she kept the same practice. A coworker started to vent about these terrible times, and Sarah felt the gravity of old phrases tug at her tongue. She nodded with kindness and let her body keep its new posture. Shoulders easy, breath even. Under her breath, just loud enough for her nervous system to hear, she repeated, "I am calm enough to choose well." The room felt different. She finished the intake stack without the usual rush. She called the utility company about that Tuesday bill, not with a shaking voice, but with a pilot's tone. Calm, precise, present. She asked if there were any grace options she might have missed. There was. A one-time extension she had never known to ask about. She did not grovel. She did not overshare. She requested cleanly, and the door that belonged to clean requests opened. By Wednesday, the refund card had been approved, the table had left her closet, and the extension had given her 5 painless extra days. No fireworks, no lottery, just small exact shifts that moved a tight week into breathable space. Here is what mattered. Her words stopped fighting each other. She did not plant "I am provided for" in the morning and dig it up at lunch with "I'm doomed." She stayed with one line long enough for roots to take. Pay attention to what changed inside her, because this is your proof you can feel. Sarah's tone changed first. She was not reciting. She sounded like a judge reading a verdict already reached. Then her breath followed, slow even. The body reads the voice and decides whether to brace or release. When the body releases, the mind stops scanning for danger and starts noticing doors. This is the whole chain: mouth, music, repetition. It took less than a week to feel, and the feeling showed up as small, clean outcomes anyone could verify. A week later, there was a moment at the grocery store. She reached for a brand she usually bought out of habit. Something made her pause. She checked the shelf below. Same quality, lower price. She smiled, not because she had found a miracle, but because she had found herself choosing from calm instead of fear. "I choose the calm" option had become a reflex. That reflex saves money, time, and energy the way a good posture saves a back. Was it perfect? Number. On Thursday, she caught herself muttering, "I'm so tired of this," while stuck in traffic. She heard it land like a stamp she did not want. She did not scold herself or start over at zero. She took one breath that reached the belly and rewrote the line to something her body could sign. "I am recharging as I drive." The tension eased a notch. The line did its small job. That is what we mean by grace, not drama, movement. What does this prove? That the world is listening to every word you speak. Number. It proves something quieter and more reliable. Your inner gatekeeper is teachable, and when taught, it begins to surface matches, emails, options, people, already there and now visible. Your tongue writes the ledger. Your day withdraws what the ledger holds. When the ledger says guided, guidance shows up as the email you finally open, the neighbor who finally sees your post, the clerk who finally mentions the extension. None of that was hidden by a cruel universe. It was hidden by attention trained to look for trouble. You changed the training. The view changed. Sarah's story is not a fairy tale. It is a procedure. Present tense words that her body could believe, a feeling that matched her line, repetition at morning and night, silence as the seal. Under that, simple rhythm, small proofs stacked up, a refund, a sale, an extension, a calmer call, a better choice on a shelf. Add enough small proofs and a life turns. Not because you shouted, but because you listened while you spoke. You do not need Sarah's job, family, or town to see what she saw. You need her posture, one clear sentence, one honest body, a few gentle repeats. Then let the day carry some weight for you. Speak once, seal it, walk on. It is done. Let's make this practical. You can do it right where you are, without props, without music, without asking anyone's permission. Sit or stand with both feet on the ground. Unclench your jaw. Let your shoulders drop a little. Take one slow breath in through your nose and let it out like you are fogging a cool window. Now we begin. First, speak. Choose one clean sentence in the present tense. Keep it small enough that your body can agree with it. If I am wealthy makes your chest tighten, shrink the line until your body nods. Try, I am provided for today. If that still feels too big, try, I am guided for the next step. Your sentence is the mold. Your day will pour itself into that shape. Say the line 3 times in a normal, steady voice, not a stage voice. The first time is you placing the order. The second time is you signing it. The third time is the stamp. Speak like a judge reading a verdict already reached. Clear, slow, final, second, feel. This is not acting. This is quiet agreement. Let your breath smooth out. Let your shoulders stay down. Close your eyes if you like and picture one small, ordinary scene that fits your sentence. If you said, I am provided for today, see your hand tapping a paid receipt and your face relaxing. If you said, I am guided for the next step, see yourself opening a simple email and knowing which button to press. Keep the picture small and close, like something you could do before lunch. Hold that for 15 to 30 seconds. You are not forcing fireworks. You are allowing your body to settle around the line you chose. The law hears that settle like a bell. Third, seal. Be silent for 30 to 60 seconds. No bargaining. No checking the soil for the seed. Sit in the plain, quiet the way you sit in a warm room. Silence is not empty. It is the wax that seals the letter. If your mind jumps up with old phrases, let them pass without chasing them, the way you would let a loud motorcycle pass on the street. Keep the calm. The seal holds. That is the whole practice. Speak, feel, seal. It takes about 90 seconds. You can do it before you stand from bed and before you turn off the lamp at night. Those 2 windows are soft and open. Your thinking mind has not crowded the hall yet. When you place a clean line there, your inner gatekeeper files it without a fight. Do it once in the morning and once at night. If the day gets loud, do a tiny version in a doorway or in your parked car. 1 sentence, 1 breath, 1 quiet minute. Small and steady wins. If you need examples that fit many rooms, use these 3 and rotate them as needed. I am provided for today. I have what I need to begin. I choose the calm option. Each one points your attention toward useful doors. I am sets identity. I have trains recognition. I choose returns the steering wheel to your hands. A child can remember them. An adult can live by them. Notice how tone does the heavy, lifting. If your voice rushes, your words carry hurry. If your jaw is tight, your words carry fear. Say the same sentence again with a softer breath and a looser jaw. Feel the music change. The words have not changed, but the message has. The law reads music faster than syllables. Give it the music you would want to hear from a captain in weather, calm, precise, present. You do not have to deny facts to practice this. You can look at a bill and still say, "I am provided for today." That sentence does not erase the bill, it gives the bill a new path through you. Facts are snapshots, decrees are directions. If you stay with your direction, the day will begin to route facts in a cleaner way. A grace window you didn't know to ask about, a refund email you finally open, a simple sale that clears space and brings cash. This is how "I am provided for today" behaves in the wild, quietly, usefully. What if you slip and say the old line? Then you learn something, exactly where the floor still tilts. Do not scold yourself. Take one slow breath that reaches the belly, lower the shoulders by a finger's width, and rewrite the sentence in place. Replace "I am so tired of this" with "I am recharging as I move." Replace "This will bury me" with "I handle one clean step." You did not fail, you corrected. Corrections are part of the language. If you cannot feel much at first, borrow feeling from a tiny action. Place your palm on your chest and press gently while you speak. Sip warm water. Stand by a window. These are signals to the body. It is safe to settle. When the body settles, the feeling meets the word without strain. Once they meet, the seal is easy. Your day will give you chances to practice under pressure. At the register, when the total is higher than you thought, let the old sentence rise and pass, then place the new one. "I am calm enough to choose well." At the desk, when a deadline shifts, pause, breathe, and place. "I have what I need for today." On the phone, when someone brings you bad weather, listen without swallowing their words. You are not required to repeat a storm to prove you care. You are required to keep your line clean to steer your own sky. Keep the practice light. If you treat it like a test, your voice will tighten. This is a procedure, not a performance. The goal is not to feel huge. The goal is to feel honest. Honest lines grow. Theater lines wilt. If you hold one honest line for a week, it will start to speak back to you in small proofs. Proof looks ordinary, a clear thought, a helpful person, a neat solution you would have missed. Count those. They are the first fruits of a new tongue. One last picture to anchor you. Imagine a driver with a stack of packages at your gate. He needs your signature. Your sentence is the name you sign. "I am provided for today." Sign. "I have what I need to begin." Sign. "I choose the calm option." Sign. The more often your signature matches, the faster the driver remembers your house. He stops missing the turn. He arrives without calling. That is what repetition does. It puts your address on file. Do the 90 seconds now if you have not yet. Sit or stand where you are. One slow breath, one sentence 3 times. One small picture that fits today. 1 minute of quiet to seal it. Then move on with your day like someone whose order has already been placed. Speak once. Seal it. Walk on. It is done. For the next 7 days, treat this as an experiment you can actually finish. No mystic fog, no performance, just a clean procedure you repeat until it feels like second nature. Morning and night are your 2 open gates. In the morning, before your feet touch the floor, place one small present, tense line your body can believe. Say it 3 times in a steady voice. Let your shoulders drop and your breath even out. Picture one ordinary scene that fits the line. Sit in 30 seconds of quiet and let the wax seal harden. At night, right before sleep, do the same thing and then write one short sentence on paper. It is done because I am Fill the blank with what fits that day. Calm, guided, provided for. Close the notebook and go to sleep like someone whose order has already been placed. During the day, keep your ear tuned to the old tongue. It will try to climb back into your mouth out of habit. When you hear it, do not argue. Do not scold yourself. Take one slow breath, lower your shoulders by a finger's width, and rewrite the line in place. You are not erasing reality, you are steering it. Facts are snapshots. Your decree is direction. Speak like a pilot in weather, calm, precise, present. If you can carry only 3 lines this week, let them be these. I am provided for today. I have what I need to begin. I choose the calm option. They are light to carry and heavy in effect. Expect proof to arrive quietly. A bill becomes easier to solve because you speak to the clerk with a steady tone. An email stands out because your inner searchlight is finally set to guided instead of trouble. A small sale clears space in a closet and puts cash in a hand. You notice you are choosing from calm, not panic, at a shelf or at a crosswalk. These are not fireworks. They are gears catching. When small proofs stack, a life changes without drama. The current was always there. Your words stop swimming against it. If a day goes crooked, the test is not broken. The test is working because it showed you exactly where the floor still tilts. Start again the next hour, not the next month. A language is learned by speaking it in real rooms with dishes and deadlines and doorbells. Let your rooms hear this language. Let your own ears hear it. Your tongue writes the ledger. Your day withdraws what the ledger holds. Keep the ledger clean. Present tense, honest tone, simple repeat. This is the posture you are practicing. Speak once, like a verdict already reached. Feel just enough for the body to agree. Seal with quiet, then go live. The silence is not empty, it is the stamp. The law moves on clarity, not volume. You are not begging, you are authorizing. Under grace and in perfect timing, the right doors respond to the right voice. By the end of 7 days, you will know 2 things. First, you can trust yourself to keep a small promise, morning and night, 90 seconds at a time. Second, the world around you becomes easier to navigate when your inner music changes. People hear it, systems hear it, you hear it. Ease is not laziness. Ease is precision. Precision saves energy for the places that truly need your strength. When you wake tomorrow, begin the same way. 1 breath that reaches the belly. 1 sentence you can sign without flinching. 1 small picture that fits before lunch. 1 minute of quiet. If you need a starter, borrow this and make it your own. I am provided for today. I have what I need to begin. I choose the calm option. Decide, align, become. Keep walking like someone whose order is already ticketed in the back. Your word is your wand. Use it with honor and with warmth. If this helped you, tap like and share it with 1 person who could use a calmer sky. And tell me, just in a few words, which line you will carry for the next 7 days. Speak once, seal it, walk on. It is done.